if you're injured and you're then medically discharged, that's when the real battle begins. I've been more scared of living outside of the army than I ever was with dying inside the army. You know, it's more difficult to live than it is to be around people who will protect you and look after you. First one was this one, so it was that sort of black, almost chevron, and I just really liked the design of it, and I thought, I like that, I wouldn't mind something around it, and so that was the very first one I got. It's just like getting little things like these. This is a caricature of my dog Harvey, so I got him in an old World War II helmet with an EOD, explosive ordnance disposal bomb on the top, because that was my last posting, was at an EOD unit. That one, that's because Olivia, the tattooist, was nicknamed the Badger. She had black hair and she used to have a white streak in it, and she used to wear a headscarf, so I asked her to do a badger with a headscarf. The tattoos have helped with my recovery because they've got me out of my comfort zone and got me out of my house, and they've also helped me deal with the chronic pain. The chronic pain was because I had injuries to my lower back, and it's damaged the nerves going into my arm and my leg, and so those pain signals never stopped. I had an operation, and it was to try and help get rid of some of the peripheral pain in my left leg, but unfortunately that went completely wrong. I came round from the operation unable to move my leg. That was difficult to come to terms with. With chronic pain, medication doesn't always do anything for you, and you do anything to change just the sensation of it. So cutting yourself, not with any intent to do any real harm, so just light cuts to give you that change of pain sensation. I was punching walls, but obviously doing all that is very damaging, so I wanted something that could help and get me out as well. The idea of a tattoo popped into my head one day, and I thought, you know, it'll get me out, it'll be something I like doing, it will help with the pain. I wasn't sure it was going to or not, but after the first session, I went home that night and I found that my chronic pain had eased, and I actually got some decent sleep that night, and I couldn't believe it. And so I went back for the second visit, and the same thing happened that night. I went through a 5-year period of getting a tattoo every month, and I've got these ones on my hand as well. Life is very painful, and I had times when I didn't want to live, so that would be the less life. But when you get in a better mental state, you can realise that you can live a painless, full life, and that doesn't mean the chronic pain goes away. It means you're able to deal with it better, and your mental state is less painful. I had 3 good friends die out in Afghan, and I just wanted something for myself to remember them. And on my sort of lower back, I've got sort of some poppies for remembrance, and then I've got a black skull and 3 black roses, and the black roses are for the friends I've lost, and the black skull is just about the death and passing over. It's sometimes a bit difficult to think about it. You also get feelings of guilt because they didn't come back and you're all right, as it were. I find it difficult to talk about a time in the army. It's just, I prefer to focus on the healing afterwards and helping people, because the battle isn't really while you're in the army. If you're injured and you're then medically discharged, that's when the real battle begins. I've been more scared of living outside of the army than I ever was with dying inside the army. You know, it's more difficult to live than it is to be around people who will protect you and look after you, because you end up being on your own quite a lot of the time, and so Yeah, that wasn't easy. I don't have to be this person who just sits at home all day like I used to be, feeling sorry for myself because I'm injured. Yeah, you are, but that doesn't mean it stops you doing things. You know, there's still things you can do. You've just got to reassess what you can and can't do. The Invictus Games has definitely brought me a sense of belonging and not being alone. To be able to jump in my car, drive somewhere, do some sport with people, have a laugh for a weekend and come back, massive. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. This journey is all about, you know, being alive and being part of something bigger than yourself.